All right, so real quickly, I just want to talk about the different ways that you can log into Windows 10. Now, in the past, Windows has really only had one option, which was a password. Now, passwords are not very secure, actually, especially in corporate environments, and especially if you require passwords to be changed very frequently. So, Windows has a couple of new options. So Windows, and actually these options were available in Windows 8 and 8.1 as well. So first of all, other than the password, you have the PIN option. So I'll go into the account settings here and then sign in options. So you can set up a PIN. I already have one, so it's set here already. So a PIN is just going to be a 4-digit number. So you just enter that and then it unlocks the device. Now, why is this more secure than a password? Well, the answer really comes down to the fact that when you have a very confusing password, you are likely to forget it. So what are you going to do if you know you're going to forget your password? Well, you're going to write it down. You may have it in your phone. You may have it on a Post-it note that you keep in your drawer, something like that. So having a PIN is a lot easier to remember. You're less likely to write that down, so it's less likely that somebody's going to be able to just find that PIN. Obviously, with a 4-digit PIN, there are several thousand different configurations, so it's not going to be easy for someone to guess. Now, as well as that, you do have the picture password option. I don't know how secure this is really going to be. It depends on how creative you are with the picture. Essentially, what that is you choose one of your own pictures, and then you can basically create a pattern that you touch onto the screen. Well, you can use a touch screen or you can use a cursor with your mouse. So essentially, Windows will recognize two different types of input. So there's a tap on the screen and there's a tap and there's a circle. So if you draw a circle over somebody's eye, for example, and then draw or then tap out a pattern somewhere else on the screen, that would just kind of be an example of how that would work. Actually, let's go ahead and try and set one up here. All right, so I just have to enter my real credentials here first of all, and then it will allow me to set up a picture password. So here is an example of what a picture password would look like. So you have to draw 3 gestures on the screen. So you can do a circle, a straight line, and a tap. So here's an example of something you could do. That'd be 1, 2, and 3. So then you have to verify that so that Windows can be sure it recognizes what you're doing. All right, so that's an example of a picture password. Now, when you're dealing with very recognizable things like faces, I would say that it's probably very likely that people could, take a guess as to what that pattern would be. However, the picture password isn't something that a lot of people are familiar with, so it may kind of throw people off. However, I would not say that it's the most secure option. Now, other than this, I don't have a device that has this option on it. However, there is another option called Windows Hello, which is a biometric reading using a facial scan or something like a fingerprint or a thumbprint. If you have a device that has that enabled, you would also see the Windows Hello option here. And those are the different ways that you can log in to Windows 10.